ArtPrize came around last year, I was kind of apprehensive about ArtPrize because especially when I signed up for it, because I was like, I wanted to wait out the first year.
Yeah, see what it was going to be.
And it was kind of like what I thought it was going to be, because like the stuff I do, I mean, I do like those tiny little things. I mean, even if I had like a series, like a small series of them, it would have just gotten completely lost in everything.
Yeah,
comparing some of the crazy stuff. So that's kind of where the whole idea of this came around. Actually, it's a combination of a couple different things. One of the things I wanted to make a book of paintings, and so I was thinking about what I'm going to, what's the theme of the book going to be? How am I going to have this? But then it was just about a month ago. I mean, just before I started, I pretty much had the idea for the project one thing. I started at the next on this study, so it wasn't a whole lot of thought involved into it. But I was like, well, how do I take the stuff that I do, and because I had another idea I was working on for the book, it got me thinking about ArtPrize again. And like, so how do I take, knowing the conditions of ArtPrize last year, you know, what it takes to get attention and get some, how do I take my stuff and transfer it into doing something for ArtPrize? And I think for ArtPrize, you can do it for exposure if you want, you can do it, but when I do things, I want to go and do them all out. And so how do I take my little things that I do for just what I do and transfer it into something I want to do for ArtPrize? I'm like, well, why don't I make a bunch of them? I'm like, okay, why don't I make 100? I'm like, well, I don't make 100, why don't I make 1,000? And it's like, I don't think 100's enough. So it's a crazy idea, and it's going to be like sapping everything out of me for like the next 6 months. But it's been fun so far, and it's been really interesting. Like, I just think it's been interesting, like, taking things that people give me that I would have never have thought to do, and then trying to interpret them, and then seeing what their reaction is, especially once this comes up down to the end and seeing it done, seeing what their reaction is to what I interpreted from them.
Yeah.
I think would be interesting.
That's cool. So do you like that, actually getting some of your ideas, some of your material from other people, that collaboration?
Yeah, I do really like the, I mean, I don't think, I would drive myself crazy trying to come up with like 1,000 little ideas myself. I mean, I'd probably start going through the dictionary words, you know, picking random words out of the dictionary. But I think just the community involved aspect of it, I think it's helped me a lot, because it frees me a bit, just to kind of go with whatever, because there's going to be a lot of things that come up that I would have never thought of, and so it kind of, I always like challenges, and so a lot of them are challenges. I mean, I've got like a whole stack of here things I've already sketched out, but I got this other little stack, actually.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mr. Bubble right on top.
Right on top there, because I'm supposed to ask more for smoking what that's about. But this whole stack here is like things that currently have me stumped. Because a lot of them are very vague and abstract.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the things that people give me are just like automatically, okay, that sounds like something I would do anyway, so that makes it really easy to get started. But when you start running across things like
complete inside jokes.
There's been a lot of people that have given me complete inside jokes. Actually, these ones I just haven't started, but people give me words like facetious and intrinsic and and you know, serendipity and soliloquy and things like that. And I mean, I'll come up with, I think, probably cool ideas for them, but I've got this whole weird layout here thing about what colors everything actually gets, because the whole will actually spell out, when they're all displayed up on the wall, actually spell out the title of the piece.
Oh, okay. I got
where they are in the grid. The orange ones will be form the orange letters here. If you squint, you can kind of sort of imagine it. If somebody tells you, yeah, that's the end way, you can kind of say, okay, yeah, those are buildings.
That's awesome. So it's a lot more comprehensive.
Yeah, I've got like this gigantic spreadsheet made up of little codes about where everything goes. The whole thing, it'll require about, you know, the full height of a wall, because each one of these is about 5 inches, and there'll be a little bit of a gap between them, just kind of set them apart from each other a little bit. But they require, each one of the grids requires about 8 feet by 8 feet. And so then, like, lengthwise, 4 of them lined up together is going to require, like, you know, minimum 32, 35 feet. So it's going to be